The 2025-26 winter window has officially come to an end, at least for Premier League side, and it was a decent transfer window, so to say. Not as explosive as we would have expected, but still, we got some exciting transfers that were wrapped up, especially on deadline day. And starting with you, Victor, I don't know your thoughts on this one, but yeah, I'm curious to know what you think about it. Rate Jeremy Jacquet to Liverpool for £50 million plus £10 million in add-on from Rene, contract until June 2031. Note that he's not joining Liverpool until the summer, though. What do you rate this one?
I'll give it a 5 out of 10, and even then I feel generous. I hope I'm wrong, and if I am, nobody's going to celebrate that harder than me. It seems like an awful lot of money for a pretty unproven player who also has 5 bookings and a red card in 18 league matches this season. So him coming to the Prem, the pace of the division is different. It might get him booked at an even more alarming rate unless he improves his decision making. So, yeah, I'm not very happy with it, especially because it's not happening until the summer. But hey, Liverpool pipped Chelsea to the post, so I guess that's what's important, right? Who cares about right backs?
Yeah, fair point. I mean, I did think when I saw the move that Liverpool are known to be prudent spenders, so why are they splashing this cash on this guy?
Yeah.
Something did not sit right, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And over to you, Max. Rate Tyreek George to Everton on loan from Chelsea.
Well, I'd probably say 9.5, almost 10, because I feel like the player himself lacks playtime and he's been doing decent on the short minutes that he's been receiving. Also, Everton are lacking creativity in attack, especially after the Grealish injury. So I'd say for both sides, it's definitely a great transfer. I mean, loan, but it could end up being a transfer in future. So I'd say it's not 10 just because he hasn't been playing for a long time, and it can end up being a tough time, at least at the beginning, but overall, say it's a decent loan.
Fair, fair. Back to you, Victor. Rate Georgian Strand Larsen from Wolves to Crystal Palace for £47 million.
I'll give it a 6. It's good to have a sort of an alternative to Mateta, who has been pretty ineffective of late, and by the way, who will be staying as well. Palace's squad is still too thin, and the price for Strand Larsen is still a bit too high. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, it gives them a better chance for the Conference League.
Fair point. And back to you again, Max. Rate Exel Disasi to West Ham on loan from Chelsea.
Get this one, I'd probably be saying somewhere like 4 or 5, because the player himself played like 20 games in 2 seasons. This season, he didn't even play a single game for the main squad, so it just feels like even for West Ham, he's probably not going to be a starter in the season. And it feels like Chelsea are just getting rid of unneeded player, at least for this time, and I don't really see him helping a lot for West Ham, so I'd probably say it's somewhere like 4 at best.
Interesting. And back to you, Victor. After much speculation over his future, Mateta saw a potential move to AC Milan called off. Strange one. He failed 2 medicals actually, and said there was something wrong with his knee apparently. After seeing how that move collapsed, who are the biggest losers in your opinion in the aftermath of that intended deal?
Everyone, really. It's a pity for the player. His heart was really not with Palace anymore, and I think that's understandable given all the departures he's witnessed. Palace already sealed the deal for Strand Larsen, so now it's a bit of a conundrum as to who plays up front and when. Milan themselves could have used a striker. It's a bit of a sticky situation for everyone involved.
Yeah, interesting one too as well. Back to you, Max. Rate Nielsen and Gulo to Sunderland for £17 million on a 5-year deal.
Well, I wouldn't rate it below 7 just because he's young. The fee was quite low for the Prem side. Also, Sunderland had some problems recently with the goal scoring chances at least. Yeah, they've scored 3 just recently, but before that time they've been scoring like 1 or 0 or 2 at best, and in some of the games, so they need some creativity as well in attack. So I'd say even if he's not performing the same way he was performing in Belgium, he still ends up being sold for at least the same amount of price they paid for him, so it cannot be a bad transfer just because of the price and age. So I'd say 7.
Yeah, fair point. And Victor, the final rating in this video rates Angel Gomez to Wolves for almost £1 million on loan and a buy option clause for around £6 million.
I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10, also because they went out and got Adam Armstrong to replace Strand Larsen. It's obvious that Wolves need a bloody miracle to stay up. I'm not saying that will happen just because they brought in these two players, but at least it shows some intent. That it's some signs of life, if nothing else. Gomez was not exactly making waves at Marseille. Okay, 20 appearances, but mostly off the bench. Yet he still got 4 goals and an assist this season. So that's not too bad, right?
Yeah, fair point. And just on the final note, Marks, there were reports that Arsenal made a move for Sandro Tonali on deadline day in the aftermath of Merino's injury that could see him miss almost the rest of the season. In your opinion, do you think that would have made sense for Arsenal?
I mean, obviously Arsenal would love to get this type of player, but in which world you even expect them to sell him in summer, not on a deadline day ever. So I'd say it was just a dreams for Arsenal. They were trying to find somebody to replace Merino, but it felt like they definitely went in a wrong ocean, and it was never going to happen.
Yeah, fair enough. I did think it was a joke when I saw that one too, but then, like Victor would always say, there is no smoke without fire, so something must be burning somewhere, right? Anyways, we'll wait and see how that one progresses. Maybe in the summer, who knows? But yeah, that's all for the transfer window for the winter season 2025 to 26. More things will still happen on the transfer front as the season progresses, and we'll still be here to give all the updates on that front.